You have got a negative feedback from your manager, which you disagree, you are not alone. All employees get negative feedback in their career from their manager and often they disagree. Many thoughts come to employee mind that my manager has purposely given such negative feedback in order to justify lower high or denial of promotion. My manager has passed their own mistake on me, or my mistake was not that big enough and my manager has made it big, or my manager has passed this feedback without verifying the truth, or my manager is biased and they have favorites. Otherwise, all the other team members working in the same project would have got the same feedback. The list goes on. It is good at times to get tough feedback because it gives an opportunity to improve oneself. But if the feedback is causing disappointment, depression, and demotivation, and you think your manager is biased and incorrect, then your manager is at fault. As per Gallup survey, 80% of employees who have received negative feedback and think that their manager is biased and incorrect, they actively or passively start looking for a job change. Yes, quitting is an option, but what is the guarantee that in your new job you are not going to get a negative feedback? So why don't you learn how to handle a negative feedback? During the feedback, as soon as the employee hear one or two negative words, they start becoming upset, angry, and they switch off. They don't hear the full feedback, which often leads to misinterpretation. You should think why this feedback is given, what is the reason behind it, and what is the real issue behind it. And if you are in doubt, you should ask specific examples to understand the feedback better. And towards the end of the feedback, you should tell your boss that I am going to set up another meeting after 2 or 3 weeks so that I can process this feedback, as this feedback came as a surprise to me. By making this statement, you are conveying to your manager that this feedback process is not over and you do not agree with this feedback. Start doing homework for your next meeting. So watch my video until the end, where I am going to share 4 scenarios under which how you are going to take up this issue with your manager in the next meeting. And if you have not already liked and subscribed to my channel, which is having more than 100 videos, then please do it. Also watch my other video, I took early retirement, well proven 9 steps for early retirement. First scenario, manager intentionally gave you a negative feedback. Despite you trying your best, you are not able to find it out what is the real issue. Feedback appears to be sketchy, vague, and lack substance. In that case, there are 2 situations. A, it could be that your manager is under some HR and their own management guideline that a certain percentage of employees will be given promotion or good hike or be under top performer or be under lower performer. It is better that you should ask your manager, I have gone through and analyzed this feedback, but I am not able to pinpoint where the actual issue is. Am I being force-fitted because of some HR guideline, or can you give me some specific improvement areas to improve? By hearing this statement, your manager is not going to comment on the first half of the statement, but on the second half, they are going to give you some specific inputs where you can improve. And in order to check whether these specific inputs are really sincere in nature, you should make one more statement. I welcome these inputs and I am going to work upon it, and I am going to discuss with you how I am progressing. And I hope in the future I will be getting better role and responsibility so that my career can improve further. By making this statement, you are conveying to your manager that you mean business. Second situation, that if your manager is giving some feedback intentionally, it could be because of perception. Yes, perception plays a spoil sport in one's career. You should directly ask your manager, what is the perception about me? Manager will be surprised to hear this question and they want to avoid giving any answer. But you insist and ask your manager, what is the perception about me? Then your manager will open up and start giving perception about your behavior, about your attitude, about your approach, about your teaming. Just listen to them. Do not negate. Do not become agitated, because perception takes months and year to form, and start working upon to improve your behavior, because again it is going to take months and year to improve upon. Second situation, your manager is equally responsible for this mistake. You might be feeling agitated that your manager has solely put blame on you, where you interacted closely with your manager and most of the decisions are of your manager. There could be two situations again. A, your manager is very well aware that they have passed their own mistake on you. So in this meeting, they are going to pacify you. They are going to water down the feedback and they are trying to please you. In that situation, you should make one statement. I had followed what you have asked me to do and I have updated you during the whole progress. If you could have sensed that something was going wrong, you could have raised it then and there itself. By making this statement, you are actually achieving a truce with your manager and also indirectly telling the manager that you are doing exactly what the manager is asking for. B. If by manager's tone and body language you can make it out that manager is not agreeing that that mistake belonged to them, then you need to have a different discussion. You cite examples about how you did the work, what type of process you followed, what type of procedure and how you have communicated the other stakeholders, and then ask your manager what changes they want to see in you so that you could be more effective and more efficient, and in future such feedback would not come as a surprise to you. Third scenario, your manager is human and did it by mistake. Very less percentage of managers admit or agree that they have done the mistake. After going through your examples, your clarification, your justification and all your proof, they are not going to verbally admit it, but their body language will say the same. In that case, don't hurt manager's ego. You have learned a lesson that you are going to fill your self-appraisal form with all your achievements and all the details which you want your manager to be aware of, and you should set frequent one-to-one conversation with your manager so that you can update the manager about your progress. You need to be more vocal and visible. And fourth scenario, your manager took you by surprise. You have a lot of respect for your manager. You trust them. You have a great working relationship with your manager. But during the feedback process, you took by surprise when manager started giving some negative feedback. Most probably, the case could be that manager might have taken your case and presented it to their management and also to their peers, and they would have given a long list of feedback which the manager is conveying to you. Manager is not going to directly admit that these feedback have come from their manager and their peers, but the message is clear that the manager intention is that you need to improve upon. As you have a lot of trust in your manager, so take these feedback seriously, work upon, and you will see that in the next year your manager will really be much more helpful in pushing your case. So professionals, you have learned how you can act upon these negative feedback in a positive way, which is going to help in your future career growth. I hope you like this video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.